Hey guys, Sean from Next Step Product Strategy here. Today I want to talk a little bit about figuring out what it is you are building. What is your product? One exercise that we do with our clients is figuring out whether or not you're building a vitamin or you're building a painkiller. What do each of these mean? So these are two different ways to classify essentially what your product is. In a video we posted recently about Lean Canvas, which is a comprehensive look at what your product is, one of the questions we got was trying to figure out how we were determining the level of severity of the problem that we're solving. This vitamin versus painkiller exercise is a great way to add visibility here. Try to figure out what exactly is the problem that we're solving, what kind of product are we building. So what do we mean by vitamin versus painkiller? Essentially what we mean here is there's different reasons to purchase these two different products if you're thinking about a vitamin and a painkiller. Typically speaking, a vitamin is a nice to have. A painkiller, however, is a need to have. There's very different things motivating people purchasing each one of these two products. And when it comes to product strategy, typically speaking, we want to have the highest sense of urgency from our customers as possible. So when considering what you're building product-wise, go through this exercise and figure out exactly what it is you are building. Does your product qualify as a vitamin or a painkiller? Typically speaking, we want to build that painkiller. So to give you an example, when I'm feeling under the weather, I'll take a vitamin C pill. Now, one of the challenges with vitamins is it's difficult to be able to correlate how much impact taking that particular vitamin has had with what I'm trying to solve, which is getting rid of basically a common cold. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, which is another challenge with a vitamin. Now contrast that with a painkiller. I happen to unfortunately suffer from migraine headaches from time to time. When a migraine headache is coming on, there's specific symptoms that I will feel before the pain sets in, which can be completely incapacitating. I could lose an entire day of productivity if I don't have access to the medication that can help me get over that migraine. So I have very specific painkillers, literally, that I will take to get rid of my symptoms of the migraine, and they will be almost completely gone, which is incredible for someone like myself. I will sometimes not feel any of the symptoms that I will, which again can be really severe in the event where I don't take that painkiller and I feel something like that coming on. So if I'm comparing these two as far as how important the vitamin C is if I'm feeling under the weather, or how important the headache medication is if I feel a migraine coming on, I am 10 times out of 10 going to choose that headache medication, because that headache medication saves me significantly, and I can very accurately tie the benefits of that medication to its effectiveness. I will be completely incapacitated if I don't take the medication and I feel a migraine coming on, and I'll lose up to a day of productivity, sometimes several. If I take the medication, however, I will get almost all of my productivity back, and sometimes I won't even be able to tell that I have a migraine. It is really night and day. So what does this mean? What this means is this drives me specifically to be much more incentivized to not only go further, to find the medication that is the headache medication if I need it, but especially during that time, I will pay almost whatever they're willing to charge in order to get over those symptoms and avoid getting a migraine because they are awful. That's why your product should always be a painkiller as opposed to a vitamin. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Keep disrupting.